Hello, it's me, Wolf, trying to get some free miniatures, I guess. I figured it would be fun to do a draft featuring Warhammer characters for sports that people in the hobby don't care about. So, yeah, here we go. Renegades and Heretics, easy choice. Yeah, I'd love a free Battle Force Games Workshop, thanks. Huron Blackheart in goal. Active, high energy keeper, leading from the back, solid fundamentals, and the ability to make world class saves. Next up, Dark Angels. Right, here's the captain. Give me the lion. Easy choice to take Primarch, so I'm going to do it until I get bored. I want the Charles Dance looking ass one, though. You can go right there. Central midfielder. World class distributor. Calmed down since his early years of being a reckless ute. He will be my distributor, I think. Moving the ball around. He doesn't talk to Blackheart, though, and I think you know why. Black Templars. Sigismund. Striker. Where are you, my friend? Boom. Easy. There he goes. First striker of the formation, and one that feels passion for the club, if not a little overzealous. Lots of championship play under his belt. After he fell out with his original club, he forged a new path for himself. Good for him, I guess. Thousand Suns. I bet you thought I would take fucking Magnus here, but no. Here he is. Give me Araman, please. Absolute magician on the ball. Don't know whether it counts if he gets to use his fuck ass disc, as I call it. As of right now, it's not against FIFA regulations, so he'll keep the fuck ass disc. He makes lots of mistakes, let's be real, but his talent kind of keeps him on the field. Sigismund's here to keep him in check, obviously. Blood Angels, right back, I reckon. Give me Glorious Hawk Boy, Sanguinius. I think we can all admit it, lads. We're all gay for Sanguinius, and that's the straightest thing you can say. Absolute pace machine, calm, collected, well liked by everyone, even Araman, believe it or not. He could easily make the leap to right mid or even striker, but I think he's too important to have at the back. Lots of taken too soon, sadly. My sweet child. But so much untapped potential, but, you know, that's the game. The game's the game, I guess. Uh, Salamanders. Another easy choice. Maybe I'll cut back on the Primarchs for the next round. But for now, I think we know who's going to be centre back, and that's obviously Vulcan. He gets a little angry. I'll be real. He perhaps has some temper issues, but he's absolutely solid in the air. Nothing's getting through this side of the field. Will that be reciprocated for the other side of the field? Probably not. I'm probably going to get some generational shitters. Imperial Fists. And again, I'm sorry, but it has to be Dawn, who's also going to be. Well, I don't know actually. I was thinking centre back for this absolute rock, and I decided I wasn't going to switch players, so I could go. Really, you want this? Let's be real. We need him at there. But no switching. Why? I don't know. I can literally change that decision whenever I want. But I'm thinking central mid. I don't know why. He's my other central mid, Mr. Lion. I'm sorry to say, pretty immobile in his older years. So perhaps having the energetic Dawn, who quite frankly has unlimited stamina when it comes to defending siege wall. So yeah, sure, centre mid. Why not? Right, Death Watch. Okay. There's like three characters. I got the perfect one. Hold on. I didn't even pull this up on my little sheet. Here he is. Captain Titus, formerly of the Ultramarines, is my right winger. Yeah, didn't expect that, did you? You could argue he's an Ultramarine, but he played a few seasons with the Death Watch when his contract expired. And after some sticky club relations, he has found him back at his original club. Perhaps on loan in the future, but we'll see. He brings determination that often distracts from how good he is on the ball. Whoever the striker will pretty much determine whether he'll be useful or not. As of right now, he's kind of letting down this right flank, which is my core. Ideally, controversial, stick Araman next to the three Primarchs. But I think Dawn would inhibit his fuck-ass disc, so he stays on the left wing. Titus, I'm sorry to say, you're going here. I don't trust him at cornerback, quite frankly. Is he chaos tainted? You be the judge. Fuck. Gene Stealer cult. Okay. Is there any named Gene Stealer cult character that doesn't die in a book? No. I actually had a little look, and no, there is not. So I'm going with this guy here. I think he's called the Sire, who's the fucking pain in the ass boss from Rogue Trader on the higher difficulty. So yeah, he can go there, I guess. He's too much of a liability here. He basically makes Araman useless if he goes here, so he's being hidden. He's been hidden by the talent around him, and I'm seeing more of a floating sort of a. I don't know what I'm saying. She's shit. Let's just take the L and move on. There we go. The Sire Striker. Any good comments can I come up with? A target man, I guess. Difficult to bring down, I suppose. Poor ball skills, poor touch, but quick to get vertical. Strong base, strong physique. More of a bully than a striker. There you go. There's a glowing report. Right, Emperor's Children. Can't take Fulgrim here. This won't work. This won't work. This won't work. This won't work. And, of course, this won't work. So, no, I'm leaving him off. I'm going to go for, instead, an absolute club legend. One that, even though that the club went down the wrong path and, endured some scandals, I'm going to go Rylanor, left back. That's right. There's plenty of other talent. Lucius the Eternal could have been good at the striker spot because you just can't get rid of him. And he's just a hound in the box. But no, I'm going Rylanor. He's slow, let's be real, but so's Lion. The fuck-ass disc, very quick. So, that's why he's not going centre back here. Also, I think he would hate Huron. So, there, left back. Why not? Ah, there we go. Here's a new one. Leagues of Votann, centre back. Okay, I don't know many Votann characters. I'm going to go with the best Votann character, and that's Gimli. We're going to put Gimli in centre back. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's a team. Gimli being my favourite League of Votann player. I think we can all agree. So that's the squad. Primarch heavy. I'll be real with you. We're gonna cut back on the Primarchs. Honestly, this side's a bit of a wash. I don't know. Well, okay. Let's get some editorial management. I can move the same positions. How about that? Yeah, we'll just play down the right, maybe. Maybe get Huron to give some long balls in and have fucking. There you go. That's the plan. Right, next formation. Fuck it. Right, 4-3-3. Change in formation, why don't we? First spin. First spin, Thousand Suns. Right, you know how I said about Primarchs? Well, fuck you. Here's Magnus. There you go. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking here. I reckon he's got a good left on him. I think he's 5-star weak foot on FIFA. Left centre mid. His wings are effective as a defensive tool for getting back on the wing. He's also magical. The horned titties, seen here, not popular with the home crowd. So, might lose him in the summer transfer window. Let's put it that way. Right. There you go. Next up, Imperial Guard. I had a couple choices here, but I think there really is only one good option. That's Sly Marbo at right back. Why right back? I hear you cry, covered in semen. He lots of pace, good stamina, and he absolutely clatters people. And that's his job. Anything that comes down this wing, Sly's job. And you tell me he can't do it. Don't want to put this here. I don't want this. I don't think these two would have much of a rapport, so he could stay at right back for now. Orc. Okay. Gazgol, obvious choice for goal. But I'm looking to push the limits here. So instead, please give me Grotznik, the mad dog. There we go. I feel like this would weirdly work. I don't have to explain it, and nor will I. But I feel like there's chemistry. Great playmaker. Quite frankly, makes a lot of mistakes, but he's willing to try, and that's the important thing for such a young, talented player. And Sly's here to mop up any mistakes, so I think that's quite a good bit of synergy there. Word bearers. I think Lorgar is going to cause team cohesion problems, so this may shock you, but I'm actually going to take Erebus. He's going to be my centre mid, and he's going to get along swimmingly with everyone. No, he is my Pepe. If there's any football heads out there, I doubt it. Big, massive dickhead, and he's just there to take the heat from everyone else. He's annoyingly good at football for everyone, even though everyone hates him. You kind of begrudgingly have to accept he's a baller. Sadly. All right, Raven Guard. Turns out not taking Lorgar was the absolute best possible outcome. And obviously, my winger, Corvus Corax. There he is. Tell me that's not a frightening triple threat there. I'm envisioning Corvus as more, not so much a crosser. Let's put it that way. He's more of a cut inside, take it on his left kind of guy. He's right-footed, but it doesn't really matter to him. Want to keep these two away from each other, and I also want to keep Magnus over here because he's a big fat pussy, and he'll probably get annoyed. Yeah, take that, 1,000 tons players. Next up, Nurgle Demons. Rough. Not gonna lie. I pretty much went with Epidemius here because he's got a chair. Honestly, my decision making was flimsy. I don't want this. I don't want this absolute stinker, literal sense and a ball knowledge sense. I don't want anywhere near this. So he's going over here. He's not going in goal because he's just, quite frankly, too lethargic when it comes to loose balls. So he's going to go centre back for now. And whoever has to go around him, firstly, I'm sorry. Secondly, they need to pick up the serious slack, unfortunately. All right, next spin. Next spin. Custodes. Exactly what I needed. Get in here, Valdor. The only person that could salvage this fucking stinky bastard is this refined and marvellous bastard. He's going on my right side, and obviously this is the only way that we're scoring. Is going through the right here. There we go. Constantine Valdor. Somehow top goal scorer. No one's really sure why. He just seems to get up there for the heads and loose balls. Absolute elite player. Probably the best player on the team, despite having a pretty team-friendly contract. Has always been under team. Came through the youth development system. There's weird dad issues, but we don't talk about that. Right, next. Tzeentchian Demons. Easy choice. Give me Kairos Fate Weaver. Where do you reckon he's going? See, I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking this, yeah. Yeah. Someone that can see the future and see the past would know where the balls are going to come in. Unfortunately, Corvus is not going to pass to Kairos Fate Weaver, so he's going in goal. Absolute stopper on the defensive end. Surprisingly good ball skills, despite the talons and the giant wings. Has never let a goal in. There you go, as a fact for you. Especially in penalties, he's never let a penalty in. I'm feeling good about this. This is better than the other team. Let's put it that way. Well, let's keep the gravy train going. Eldari, big. I am going to risk it with the striker, and I'm going to put Jane Czar at my left wing. Now this is an attack. Obviously, this is an attack. You can go back. He just seems to. Erebus here is definitely going to be a floater who just goes around annoying people. And I think that's going to give lots of room for my 2 star players, which is my wingers. Jane Czar, very, very fast. Very good at taking long balls. Very annoying to deal with. He's going to be sort of like an Eden Hazard kind of player. If I have a striker to cap this off, I don't think it matters, really, who's going to go next to Epidemius here. Right. Grey Knights. I'm thinking Castle and Crow at striker, but I feel like he'd be ball dominant. And I think with my wingers, they're going to be my primary threat. So I will take Caldor Drago at my left back. Look, I get it. You've got an anti-Psyker here next to Magnus and Epidemius. That is a tactical decision to keep them in line, okay? It will, unfortunately, push Erebus over here into my good zone, but I think he'll work as just a distraction here. Let Valdor come in the middle. Everyone's a winner. Caldor Drago, you are my left back, my friend. Please don't let Epidemius let in any goals this season, my friend. Last spot, and Tyranids. Okay. I've got a choice here. I think you guys are good. This is a ball knowledge pool for any of you true gamers out there. We're going to go Old One Eye. Old One Eye is going as my striker. Not many named Tyranid characters, so I'll go with Old One Eye. An absolute loose ball demon, despite being a Xeno. He'll pounce anything that comes in the middle, so even if we don't get scores from our 2 Jane Czar and our Corvus, or Slime Arbor coming up to whip a ball in, you know how he is, he's going to get on it. Good lad. Good pooch. There you go. Right, here's something else I did because I got carried away and ended up writing even more. But this time, we're going to basketball. Right, basketball. Here we go. If you don't know basketball, the closer you are to the middle, the bigger you are. But also, the shitter you are in most cases. The further out you are, the better at shooting. Small forward, as the 3, kind of in the middle, can do kind of anything, really. Or be a specialist. Doesn't really make sense, and it's kind of in the way that it kind of just completely negates what I just said, but that's basketball. Power forwards can sometimes be good shooters. Centres can also be good shooters, but then it leaves no one in the middle, so you can defend up top. You know, strategy. Anyway, first draft. White Scars. Easy. Easy. Where are you, my friend? Jagatai Khan. No, I did say I wouldn't go too hard on the Primarchs, but I feel like for any ballers out here, he's going in the small forward slot. He's an absolute all-rounder. He could shoot. He's athletic. He can handle the ball. I'm very much thinking Anthony Edwards here, but everyone forgets about him. He's one of the premier scorers, and yet no one goes to his games or votes him for the All-Star game because they forget he exists and he plays in the small market. Terrible shame. We're building the entire squad around him, though. Space Wolves. I know you'd expect Russ here, but Russ is very much a small forward as well, so I can't be having that with Carden as my key player. Instead, Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Come right in, sir. You are going at my 4. No shooting on this lad, despite the gun. He is very much a rebounder, very much a Dennis Rodman kind of player. He's going to be pulling down the boards and hopefully trying to get some offensive rebounds in. Iron Hands. Again, no Primarch. Give me this lad. Amadeus Duquesne. Who? I hear you say. Good point. I had to look him up. There he is. He's going to my he's going to my shooting guard. Lights out shooter. He's a good laugh to be around. Not much of a dickhead. So for good for cohesion. Big friends of Bjorn, obviously. Usually you'd have the shooting guard coming off around the screens to take the shots in the middle. But no, Khan's going to be taking my shots. So he's really kind of going to be a set shooter. So sorry, Duquesne, but you're not the focal point here. Right. Black Legion. Okay, so 2 choices. Straight away, bub. That's what you're thinking. I know you are. Harken World Claimer. Could be here. But I feel like he's not a passer. I feel like he's more of a slashing point guard. So it kind of blows everything else up. So Abaddon, centre. Giant Claw for rebounding. Sword makes it difficult to shoot. Not looking good in the paint, I'm afraid. No one's scoring. No one's scoring against us. But sadly, I need something big here. I need someone active that can score and shoot. And then we kind of let Khan run things. Let's see who that's going to be. Adeptus Mechanicus. Fuck. Okay. It's got to be cool. It's got to be cool. Pascal could go here. And he could share his buffs from the Rogue Trader game. No, it's going to be cool. He's not. He's got lots of mechandrites. He can handle the ball well. He can relatively shoot the ball well, but he's not particularly pacey. He's not going to get inside largely on account of being a giant slug. Okay, that's the team. Unfortunately, I had a plan going in. Ideally, I would switch it. I would have big point guard like that, Luka Doncic here. We're gonna keep the shooter as it is. Maybe switch these round. I feel like Abaddon's a better shooter than Bjorn. A little bit undersized, but I think he gets the job done. Right, next team. Right, World Eaters. Immediately, 2 choices, Angron or Khan. Khan, I think, will give me elite slashing and scoring, while Angron will just give me complete paint dominance. And I'm not going to do either of those things. I'm going to put Angron at my small forward. Shocking, I know. Angron is going to be my elite. He's my Tony Allen for any basketball heads around, which I doubt, because it's going to go on a fucking YouTube video for Warhammer and whatever. Absolute lockdown defender. Bit of a wild card. He has a record number of ejections, mainly for maiming and killing, but there's nothing explicit in the rules about that, so we'll take it up with the league. He's going to defend anyone. There's not a chance that anyone is going to be able to get past him. If the point guard's got the ball, Angron marks them. If their centre's got it, Angron marks them. He's going absolutely everywhere. Will this completely backfire and perhaps leave me with nothing here or here? Yeah, probably. But we're gonna make the best of it. He's gonna be very much an oop, an alley-oop based offensive player. You'd think he'd be good in the post, working against the centres. No, he's useless. He will jump and he will catch and he will dunk. That is all I need from him at my 3. Next up, Alpha Legion. Pretty much have to take Alfarius here, as I'm pretty sure everyone's just going to keep claiming they're him. which made contract negotiation in the off-season difficult because I didn't know who I was going to get. Elite playmaking, veteran ball handling. I think you can't go wrong here. You can't go wrong. In terms of a strategist, he's going to be my not Steve Nash. He's going to be my John Stockton, except he's not giving assists to paedophiles. Though I don't know if if Fulgrim might end up here. We'll see. Night Lords, not Conrad. Not because I didn't want any more Primarchs, because he's a massive dickhead and will probably annoy Angron too much. I know I was on for a collection of traitor Primarchs, but A, that's too easy, and B, that would be devastating for team cohesion, having to share more than 5 minutes with Conrad Kurz. Give me... It's a toss-up. Is it between Sevatar and Talos? Talos gives me better playmaking, but with Alfarius, I think we're all right. So I'll take the jump shooting of Sevatar, I think. He's got some pretty good post moves for what should be a small player. Great mid-range. Absolutely wonderful mid-range shot. He also has a skin phase. Take with that information what you will. I don't know if it makes his 3-point percentage any better, but I'm not going to challenge him on it. Necron, tough one. We need two things right now. That's rim protection and an elite scorer. We got a great scorer. We got a good scorer. We got a great, maybe some floaters, maybe the occasional layup in the paint. Nothing, absolutely nothing here. We need a scorer in here. I am considering the Silent King. Unfortunately, he does make poor decisions in the crunch time. Evidence of this, his whole people are robots. So I'm not going to trust him. Give me instead Imhotep the Stormlord. Absolutely elite shooter. Excellent post repertoire. He's just too small to put at centre. Despite, I imagine, in terms of if I looked up his actual size, he's enormous. Right now, he's going here. Excellent tactician. Will work very well with Alfarius. No one talks to Angron, so I'm not worried about that. No face to peel. So that's good. Pretty positive about this so far. Still, I kind of wanted better from the shooting here. Not gonna lie. Lastly, centre, and this will determine whether this team succeeds or beats the other one. Who knows? Drukhari, bollocks. Not giving me anywhere near the size I need. I'm going to have to lean into modern small ball. And I think the person who's going to give me the most range in terms of defensive effort as well as scoring effort, I'm going to go with Lilith's Hesperax at my centre. She's my PJ Tucker for any more ball knowledge people out there. Way too small to position, but somehow makes it work. Ideally, if I was switching, it would go like this. You over here. You over here. Probably this. Like that. Small forward. She's a slightly undersized wing, but it's not going to matter because you have to give Angron the spacing. So she's going to have room to move, take the mismatch, and then have just not lockdown shooter in Imhotep the Stormlord. Sadly, can't have nice things because it's a rule I made up and can change at any time. But yet I refuse to do so. That's the squad. Look at that. Will they beat the other team? Who knows? Will I do this again? Probably not. Why am I doing this? Don't know. Anyway, bye.